Alright, Dead Gamer here, and I'm doing a little video update. I haven't done this in a while, so figured I'd do that. It's been a rough 2017 for me. I had a crazy house / garage fire that I'm still dealing with back in March, and I lost a ton of stuff. Probably 70% or so of my hobby stuff just gone or charred. Non-playable, at least, unless you like mold and water damage and fire damage and melted models. Some, I guess, crazy cool Chaos Mutant stuff if you wanted to remount it on bases, because the bases are all so those that did survive. But anyway, not to make light of it, but house fires suck. Yeah, I got all these Dell boxes. Oh, look at that. I just pointed right at it, like without even trying. Boom, Dell. Boom, Dell. These boxes, those have a lot of my stuff in them. So, but anyway, why am I doing this video? I did do a video of a walkthrough of the whole house fire thing. I was going to put that up, and then I realized that the audio is pretty messed up on that. I don't know what happened to my camera, but there's a point where it just kind of, and you don't really understand what's going on, so, yeah, it's weird. So I may put it up and then just narrate over that, but I still have to learn how to do any of that, because right now all these videos I'm doing, I'm just hitting record on my laptop. And oh, my laptop actually was in my work truck, which is why it survived, which is pretty awesome. But yeah, so where are we? Well, my Gene Stealer cult stuff's all gone again. So it was like, woo! I waited 20 years for Gene Stealer cults to come out, and now it's gone in a fire. So, oh, life, you are a fickle thing, aren't you? So, but hey, I got a Asahi beer here to help me through the pain. Yeah, I've gotten fatter, but it is what it is, you know. So. Anyway, channel update, I guess, is what this is. And I'm things are starting to look better, as the holiday season approaches. More stuff's coming out. Necromunda's coming out again, which is pretty awesome, because I had pretty much everything in quadruplicate. Yeah. Like quadruplicate, if not more. In my Necromunda stuff that's all gone. So it's nice to know it's coming back out, and hopefully, I don't want to talk too much about, I don't know where this is all going to go in terms of insurance and all that, but hopefully that some of that stuff or all of it or whatever, I don't know, is going to be helped out. But that aside, because that's what's been dragging me down. Necromunda's back out, which is pretty awesome, and I'm very much looking forward to that. Replacing a bunch of the stuff I lost with new plastic stuff, which is going to be. How do I feel about that? I like it. The new models look amazing. I already ordered it. The new tile set looks amazing, and I'm hoping it's not on crappy cardboard, because I'd actually like to use that for Space Hulk as well. From what I saw in my White Dwarf, it looks like a very Space Hulky kind of scene, and it would be kind of cool to do a cross hybrid-y kind of version. Looks like the squares are bigger. Looks like you put two 25mm bases in one square, which would be kind of cool because you could do new rules for Space Hulk where you could have Scouts and Eldar Guardians. I play old school Space Hulk. Let me get it real quick. That binder survived too. Boom! Old school Space Hulk, where I've got like, well, I guess I gotta give credit where credit's due. This actually binder didn't survive. I'm a liar. I just bought a Space Hulk set on eBay from somebody who had a binder, but everything in there is what I used to have. So it's exciting to have it again, but the models and everything are gone. But yeah, it's going to be awesome to, you know, do some new modified rules. I always allowed Scouts to pass each other on Space Hulk tiles because they were smaller. They weren't Terminator sized, so they could do that. So just little house ruley things, but it's going to be cool because now that I got that awesome set off eBay, and thanks again for that person for selling it to me. Yeah, I'm thinking those Necromunda tiles, maybe if I buy a second copy, I could do a pretty good, I mean, the tiles look pretty big, so it'll be pretty cool to be able to, you know, do little Necromunda, or, sorry, Space Hulk stuff with those tiles. I'll be playing Necromunda. I already pre-ordered the book as well, so I'll be playing Necromunda as Necromunda is supposed to be played, which is what they're calling 3D. But yeah, I'll be playing the 3D version of the game. But the tiles will probably be used for Space Hulk. And then I had this idea that, you know, I'll take some... Well, what I'm hoping for is that the secondary market, because the army or the gangs are going for, I think, $40 a piece. Excuse me, Asahi beer. It's delicious, but you burp. I'm hoping that the gangs, because they're $40 a piece, sort of bring down the value of the box set in terms of the tiles and things. Right now, like the Betrayal at Calth and those other sets, usually with shipping, shipping's more expensive than the actual item. The shipping's usually about $12. The game's usually about $10. So you're looking at $22 for a bunch of stuff that with no models. Kind of hoping, now that I'm talking it out loud, maybe that's not the case, because each gang's $40, I think, so that's $80. The game's $125, so that's another $45 for a bunch of cardboard dice and shit that, excuse me, stuff that most people won't use if they're traditionalists and do the 3D version and buy the book. So maybe the game pieces won't be that cheap, but I mean, if I can get those tiles for $20 out the door shipped, I'll probably buy another 2 sets or more. Depends when I see them in person, because obviously my Space Hulk's gone. So what I might do is mask off some of the tiles and like spray paint, so I could do like corridors and things like that. So I don't know, you know, maybe if you cut one of those squares in half, that would actually make a 1-inch square. So in every square there's actually 4 squares, because then you could do all kinds of things. You could mask it off, spray paint a bunch of stuff, put an extra bunch of lines in it, and just make it, you know, Space Hulk for the masses, in terms of, you could have like Tyranid Warriors tromping through there, Dreadnoughts tromping through there, bigger Space Marine-y things. I'm trying to think of what's bigger than a Dreadnought on a base that would be in a Space Hulk. Come on, people. I'm not talking about like the big old flying stuff that would be flying. I guess you could do, like an air corridor-y thingy, whatever they call them, where like the Tiderian shuttle landing thing with all the stormtroopers and docking bay. That's what they're called, I guess. It's been a while. I lost most of my DVDs in the fire too. Yeah, it's pretty shitty. But the hardest part was the 40k and fantasy shit, and Mordheim and Gorgamor. All my hobby took a hit, a gnarly hit. I got some cool pictures though, like all the stuff that melted in terms of pewter, because the plastic just incinerated, but the pewter like dripped down, caught the next box on fire, because all my armies were in boxes, and the pewter like melted, dripped onto the next box caught on fire, plastic burned up, burned plastic, burned pewter, melted the next level of pewter, dripped down, and it just went doot, 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 doot. And on the floor of my garage there was carpet, and I've got some serious, like 300 pounds worth of lead and pewter melted into this carpet. It's pretty gnarly, but yeah, so been playing since 1989. I'm old, and that sucks. Not that I'm old, that it's gone, but it does suck that I'm old. But that's a different story. Damn you, time. So, what was the point of this video? I forgot. Damn you, Asahi. Oh, it's just an update, I guess. I sent off a message to another YouTuber just a little bit ago about a question I had about some Age of Sigmar stuff. And I was like, you know what? I haven't done a video in a while. And I know I've got 10 subscribers. And you 10 are amazing. And if you 10, any of you 10, and this only applies to the 10 of you at this time, on November 15th, 2017, any of you 10 come into town, guaranteed, well, I don't really have a table to play at or figures to push around anymore, so I was going to say guaranteed we could play a game, because that can't happen. But in the future, if I'm ready, that can happen. But at least I will buy you some Asahi. And if you don't drink, I'll buy you sushi. And if you don't eat sushi, you could eat a bento box, which is the chicken and rice. And if you're a vegetarian, you can get tempura, because tempura is battered in some vegetable matter. You're welcome. 10 subscribers goes out to you. 10 subscribers. So, yeah, I'm just making this video, throwing that out there. Things have been crappy for me in 2017. Maybe you've had a better year. Maybe you invested in Bitcoin a long time ago and you're a baller and probably won't even watch this then. But if you haven't invested in Bitcoin back in the day, it was like 2008, 2009. Ah. Man, Bitcoin. It's a whole other thing. But anyway, I'd pull out now if I were you. If you did that, because that's getting ridiculous. But yeah, I might be wrong. Maybe it's going to get more ridiculous. Maybe I should invest now, and that would pay for all the stuff I lost. But I'm not going to, because I'm not a chance taker. I got all my money under my mattress. Problem with putting your money under the mattress is once the mattress catches on fire, yeah, you lose. Oh, no. I don't have to finish that sentence. So that's about it. So thank you guys for watching. It's weird to say still. I'm gonna make shit happen again. What was the Nurgle stuff? The new 40k game. Nurgle thing came out. Oh, I did sign up for, I don't know if anyone knows about the PMP, Painters Motivating Painters. It's a hobby thing that they've got going on. Just type in PMP. I I don't know if it's on Google or if it's on Facebook. I don't know. I don't really do any of that, but I did sign up for it at one point because I made this. And it's pretty rad. It's the new blight drone thingy. I actually got a few sets. One buddy of mine wanted the Space Marines. But what I did was I trimmed off a bunch of the crazy nonsense, like spikes that were shooting out of this, and the dude had like a weird mohawk up top, and he had a stupid fly symbol on his faceplate. And yeah, I just trimmed up to make him look a lot cleaner. This one I kept the horns to kind of make him look a little different from this guy, but essentially it's the same thing. This one's now with horns. And then I'm doing a whole I'm converting all the Nurgle guys. I'm taking off a bunch of that crazy chaosy possessed stuff, which is just kind of, for me, overkill. They look like possessed Marines. They don't look like Space Marines. So yeah, but that's a whole other thing. They're just sitting there staring at me right now, so I had to give them props. But I shot pictures up on them on the PMP a few months ago. Like a few months ago, maybe 3 or 4 months probably now. But I need to be getting back into that. I've just been dealing with the insurance and fire and all that, but that's no fun. And trying to work and trying to have a work-life fire balance. Work-life fire. It's like boom, boom, boom. So Asahi helps you through the most difficult of times. It's not. It's totally counterproductive. Yeah, when you're depressed, do not drink alcohol because it does not help you get over things. It does the opposite. So, yeah. Anyhow, I'm going to shut up. It's been 17 minutes. That's ridiculous. I'm sorry I wasted that much of your life. Maybe you had some good laughs at my expense, which is great. You're welcome. Send me money. But, thank you, 10 subscribers. Like I said, free beer, free sushi, free tempura for those 10 and those 10 only. I'm going to screenshot who my 10 are now because I made a commitment. And that's like a legal binding thing probably, even if you do it on the internet. But I will honor it. You have to come to San Francisco Bay Area, more or less the South Bay, like Silicon Valley, which is where I live. And that can happen. And we got some pretty rockin' sushi spots. So there we go. Anyway, that's it. That's my update. You probably won't hear from me for a while because I'm miserable. No, actually things are getting better. But I was miserable. And I'm hoping that the next year things are going to start looking up. 2018 needs to happen sooner than later. And I know it's stupid to put like a date on things like, oh yeah, this year's shit, but next year's going to be way better, because it's got nothing to do with a actual year. But you know, when you're scraping the bottom of the barrel in some respects, I'm not saying all, so I still have a roof over my head, and yeah, California, earthquakes, come on now, people. But I'm just saying, you know, my life isn't gone to shit, but lots of aspects of it have. And it's unfortunate the one thing that really kind of grounded me through a lot of hard stuff was taken away from me, which makes it hard to find anything else to ground me, because life's not easy. It would be if I had bought into the Bitcoin thing, but I didn't. Stupid. But I digress. Yeah, so hopefully I'll get some stuff starting to come along with, you know, I'm excited about Games Workshop's kicking kicking ass. I'm really liking what they're putting out. Just some interesting, cool, neat changes with the direction artistically. I guess I'm also, well, let's just say I'm happy, because I can sit there and nitpick stupid stuff, but you know, that's, I guess it's also awesome that they're changing, because if I don't want to change and I want to stick to that sort of era and that look, then they're giving me the tools to do hobby projects. You know, my Death Guard is still Death Guard. They just need to be a little less demonized. A little bit of exorcism going on their plate mail armor and stuff, Space Marine armor. So they're giving me hours and hours of modeling fun by having to cut all that extra crap off. So thank you, Games Workshop. But yeah, there's no way in hell I would have made that out of green stuff. Yeah, you can go. Yeah, no. I would have been like, Proxy, this is a blight drone. Goddamn. If this is a blight drone, I've probably got an army. I could do like a Warhammer World Museum display of blight drones attacking if I could proxy this as a blight drone and just go in my backyard. That's happening. So, right there. Maybe I'll send pictures of that. That's pretty sad. But anyhow, yeah. So, thanks guys for watching, I guess. For listening to me. I made a 22-minute video. Woo! 22 minutes! You want to see something awesome? Watch this. Maybe it won't catch it because my video is kind of crap, but this is pretty magical. Watch. Just watch my fingers. Are you watching them? Wait, I gotta keep them in this frame. Okay, watch this. Ready? It's gonna go. Boom! Oh my god. How did he do that? Boom! Whoa! Yeah, it's awesome. My dad taught me that. Anyhow, Gray Baby came by to say hi. What's up, Gray Baby? Yeah. She survived the fire, believe it or not. So I got a little story to tell you real quick about my cat. You can turn it off now because I am literally going to finish this video off with my cat. So, you're not a cat person, shut it off. 23 minutes is way longer than you should have been watching anyway, probably. So Gray Baby was in the area where the fire was, like locked in. This all happened in my garage. It's a long story, but I have a huge garage. I don't have like a tiny garage attached to a house. I have a warehouse garage attached to nothing. It's a warehouse. And I was in the garage. I fell asleep that night. Woke up to everything on fire. And it was batshit crazy. And I ran outside, grabbed a hose, ran back in, ran up the stairs, tried to put some fire out. Too much black billowing smoke. Horrible. Fire department next door. Well, later, had to yell at my neighbor because he was sitting there videotaping the damn fire, not calling the fire department because my neighbor sucks. But, well, now he does. And I probably shouldn't say that on the internet, but whatever. He sucks. So yeah, finally the fire department showed up. We got the fire put out, and I got the big old, it's two big roll-up doors, like the and it rolls around the giant wheel, and two big roll-up bay doors, I guess they're called. You can pull an RV in this thing. Big old garage. So all my shit's gone. Just roasted, melted. Books are all wet. Everything is just done. And my cat was in there. The Gray Baby. The one you just saw. And like, with all the stuff going on the whole time, I hate to say it, but I wasn't thinking about my cat. I was thinking about all my stuff, because I put 30-something years almost into painting and hobbying, and that's all destroyed. So got the doors open, and I realized at that point when I was opening the doors that Gray Baby was missing, and everything was black, and it was bad. It's a 2-story garage. And I called her name, and she just came right out of some boxes, like magically. Like she had a mystic shield. Oh, I am talking about more Warhammer. Mystic shield. I must have cast a mystic shield on her. Failed, though, because I should have cast a mystic shield on my whole freaking garage, but at least the mystic shield went off around my cat. I know, it's a cat. I know, probably dog lovers are like, oh, it's just a cat, but, cat's pretty rad. Dogs are rad, too, I'm sure, in their own rad, weird dog way. Cats are, gotta give them credit. To each their own, right? I'm drinking Asahi. You drink Tsingtao, or perhaps Budweiser. Which is also a Chinese beer, by the way, because they bought it. Now I'm going to have a bunch of, blah 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 blahs on my thing below, but whatever. I don't care. More publicity. Any publicity is good publicity, right? That said, I made a promise that I wasn't going to talk about Warhammer anymore, and I already lied because I talked about Mystic Shield. So it's almost 27 minutes, and I did it, and that's where I'm at. So hopefully, like I said, things are going to turn around. I'll start getting some stuff back together again, and we can get back on track. So you can look forward to your one video every 4 months. I'm horrible. But anyway, I'm cutting down on work because I'm dealing with the insurance stuff. I'm seeing a psychiatrist because of the trauma stuff. And, yeah, I'm realizing that this is one of those life events that maybe I need to focus more on me and less on work because I worked way too much. So maybe this was a good thing in the end. Maybe I'll start getting more stuff done. Maybe I'll start getting, more games in. Maybe I'll get more content on the internet. And maybe I can start being on shows and BSing with everybody and being part of the gang and helping convince other people that you can do it too. Because as much as he does not know that, should I even plug him? Yeah, why not? Vince Venturella. If you haven't seen his YouTube channel, Vince Venturella is kind of cool. It's just a dude in his basement. He's got it all in terms of a dog, because I've heard it bark before, and a wife, because I've seen her walk in on the video. I had a wife, though. I don't anymore, but that's another story. But, no, but dude's happy. I could tell. He hangs out with his buddy Tom. He goes to games. He goes to conventions. He's got his stuff together. So, yeah. I'm going to try to be more, not like Vince, because I like my hair. I don't want to lose that, but I'm sure I will eventually. But in some aspects, I definitely want to change the way my life is in terms of the hobby and how much, that's huge. I mean, that's definitely therapeutic. And not having it this past better part of the year has been pretty shitty. And it'll be nice to have that come back. So, now it's at 29 minutes. So we're almost at 30 minutes. I'm going to cut it off now. Do one more plug for Asahi. Boom! Great beer. Not for depression. Bad beer for depression. Great beer for just drinking and having a good time. And, yeah, that's about it. Oh, and also proxying for blight drones. Amazing. Look. Same size. Roughly same width. Same footprint. It's a no-brainer. Spray paint that green, but mask this part off. Because you got to do the advertising. So mask off Asahi, spray paint it green, peel the tape off, throw that on the table. Asahi Blight Drone. Alright guys, thanks for watching, and I am so sorry.